Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. There are two types of seekers. One are called as Krutopasti and others are called as Akrutopasti. Krutopasti means those who have done upasana before the study of scriptures. Akrutopasti are those who have never done any upasana and directly gone to the great Mahatma of the millennium, Swami Gugalananda Maharaj, downloaded the text, read through the digital format and want to know the truth. They are called as Akrutopasti. Simply reading the books leads you nowhere. The burden of books, if you take scriptures, is very heavy. But when these books are lifted from the knowledge is lifted from the books to the brain, it becomes heavier. Because erudition and scholarship, that becomes the mainstay of life. See, knowledge speaks, wisdom listens. And this talking disease is such a terrible disease from which I am suffering. Those who keep on talking, they are called as Bakasur. Bakasur means constantly bak kare ja rahe. And see the fun. It takes 4 or 5 years for us to learn how to speak after birth. But the whole life is not enough to learn how to keep our mouth shut. Keep on talking. What we talk? Either about the world or what I have studied. See, friends. So, these two aspects of the seekers, Krutopasti, Akrutopasti. So the first step by step if you go, first is karma, fulfill your obligations towards all the people around you. Thereafter, spend some time, because we have obligation towards ourselves also. Spend some time in doing upasana. What we are doing here is upasana. Upa means near. Asana means go and sit down. We have to go and sit near Baba. See? Now here also there are two types of people who visit. One type of people are majority. They come here to make him the means and the worldly problems as the goal. Majority fall in that category. We clearly tell him, other than you, we want everything. And there are very few who come only for him, not for themselves. The second type of are the seekers. The first type are the believers. When we believe, belief is always the inner strength in the field of ignorance. When we don't know something, we have to accept under the shelter of blind faith. See, none of us have seen Baba, isn't it? But we believe. And that belief is taken by many people as a weakness. Friends, belief is not a weakness, it is a strength. Without belief, if we live, our existence is not possible. Therefore, if we have not done upasana, what is to be done? Never mind, first of all. Now you take up to this. I'll give one or two examples about this. You know the two words which are associated with Baba, all of us know, Shradha and Saburi. Shradha is the foundation of spiritual life. Bhagavan Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tatparaha sayyatindriya. Buddhivan labhate jnanam? No. Shraddhavan. Shraddha is defined by Bhagavan Shankaracharya as Shastrasya Guru Vakyasya Satya Buddhyavadharana Sa Shraddha Kathita Sadbihi Yaya Vastu Upalabhyate. Shraddha is what is said by the scriptures and what is told by the Guru, that is the ultimate truth. And by that alone we can proceed. Vastu Upalabhyate, then the truth is revealed. Many times when we see great masters like Baba, or this path is called as Nath Sampradaya or the Avdhut Marga. So many times when we see, look at him, he is, with the torn clothes and no proper makeup, like, we are a tailor-made Babaji. See, he was not a tailor-made, he was original. Therefore, when we look at him, we feel, what ignorant person, only fools will be going to him, illiterate from the villages, we are having doctorate, PhD. There was one person, he asked me, he said, Swamiji, you have studied Vedanta, you have studied scriptures, how come you go to Shirdi temple? Do you believe he is God? Why you keep his picture in your puja? All these questions we have to face. I said, are you jealous? Give me your photo, I will keep that also. I said, what have you learned? Isha vasyavidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. If everything is God, is he not? When I am ready to accept you as a God. See, friends, no, there is no mention of any Vedanta studies, etc. in his life. I said, have you studied his life? He said, no, I heard. I said, you study. Then you will come to know. It so happened. One day, one of his devotees was doing his seva. Fanning him. Those days there were no electricity fans, etc. So somebody was fanning him. And while doing that, he was chanting something. Like many people have got that habit of chanting in their mouth, which others can't understand, but they know he's doing chanting something. Like that. So Baba asked him, hey, what are you chanting? No, I am chanting Gita. I said, what Gita? Let me hear what it is. So he chanted one shlok. And when the shlok was heard, he said, what is the meaning of this? Please tell me. And then whatever he read from the various books, Shankaracharya said this thing, Madhvacharya said like this thing, he said like this. What do you have to say? Nothing. I am only a tape recorder. FedEx. Carrying from here, delivering there. No experience. The shloka was Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninaha tattva darshana. That was the shlok. The shlok comes from the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So what is the meaning? See, to know the truth, tad vijnanartham, guru meva avigachet, go to Guru Maharaj. And what to do there? Sevaya, prashraya and pariprashnena, 3 things. You serve, and with humility and sincerity, inquire. Don't talk your complaints. We normally go to Baba and say, Baba, Ram. I feel pity. He must be fed up listening to all our garbage every day. See? Go and inquire. Kastvam koham kutamayataha kame janani kome tataha iti paribhavaya sarvam asaram vishvam tyaktva swapna vicharam bhaja govindam. Think something higher. Whole life goes only the same thing. My house, my wife, my children, my grandchildren, Ram. What is new in that? Is there something better in this world? So ask about something higher. Then what will happen? Then the Guru Maharaj, Upadekshanti te jnanam. Then those masters will give you upadesh. Te jnanam jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha. The wise and those who are established in the truth. In Mundakopanishad there is similar mantra. Tad vijnanartham gurumeva vigachet samitpanihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. To know the truth, approach the Guru Maharaj, who is shrotriya, well read in scriptures, and not only talking scriptures, but living that knowledge 24/7, brahmanishtam. They will explain you jnanam, the knowledge. So this was the normal translation you will see in all the books. But the translation given by Baba is unique. He said, don't you think we can add one avagraha between te and jnanam according to the rule of Sanskrit grammar? Then what will happen? That jnanam will become ajnanam. Avagraha adds a. Upadekshanti te ajnanam. Knowledge cannot be told. All the instructions are only in the field of ignorance. What we are cannot be told. What we are not, that alone can be told. Because we can understand that which is known to us. We can understand Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, the 5 objects. The sounds, the touches, the forms, the taste and the smell. Beyond these 5 objects, there is no 6th object known to us. By the mind, we experience joy and sorrows, emotions. But the truth is beyond all that. So what the scriptures tell? By the language of negation, neti vakyataha. So you are none of these objects of the world, drop them. So all that can be dropped, start dropping it, give it up. And then you start your real spiritual practice. This spiritual practice begins when we are the seeker of truth. And the seeking becomes fructifying, meaningful, when we begin with Shradha, with faith. So Shradha in whom? The Guru Maharaj and scriptures. So the scriptures tell us that natvam deho nendriyani nat prano na mano nadhi vikaritvat vinashitvat drushyatvat cha ghato yatha. You are none of them. So whatever you are not, give it up. And then start working on this. What can we give up? So we give up the whole world, our body identification, our sense organs, our mind, our ego, everything. In the deep sleep, everything is given up. We are nobody. But there is one principle which we cannot give up. And that is our own being. Nobody can ever experience one's absence. This eternal presence is indicated by the language of negation. See? So when I was telling that person, this is what he said, he said, wow, so Sai Baba knew Sanskrit. I said, Daridri, you cannot think beyond that. See, friends, we evaluate the masters with the rod of our level of ignorance. Questions are asked under following conditions. First question is asked to examine. Like many people when they come and talk to us, God takes care of us. So, some questions are asked to examine. Like in the school. The teacher asked the question. In one school, the question paper was, what is the capital of United States of America? The student wrote, come on sir, you don't know even this much? No, this is not a reply. He has to write that such and such is the capital. Because he is examined. So questions are asked to examine. Second thing, questions are asked to express objection. How come you are late? See, is objection. You are not supposed to be late. The third thing is questions are asked out of inquiry. See, friends. So when this person asked me, first of all I brushed him like this and then I told him, look here, whenever you go to anybody in this world, always go with the capital of faith, or else don't go. See, friends, when we come and do namaskar, salutation, that namaskar salutation doesn't help a person who is saluted. The one who is doing the namaskar, he is benefited. See, this example I mentioned in some of my talks. There was one doctor, she was head of the department of radiology in one medical college in Delhi. We were going to Badri Kedar, so halfway there is one place called Rudraprayag. So we had a break and 2 bus loads people with us. So somebody came and gave me a cup of tea. So in the sun I was standing having a cup of tea. And you know, in India, people are full of faith when they go to a pilgrimage, etc. Particularly those who are educated. Those who are educated illiterates, they don't have faith. Educated illiterates doubt. They don't have faith. So these village folks, when they saw me standing there, Babaji, free namaskar, free download, so they will come and do namaskar one by one, 1, 2nd, 3rd. Oh, big queue was formed. Now this doctor, she was standing with me, she says, Swamiji, so many people are coming and respecting you. How do you feel? Nobody respects me. How do you feel when so many people come and respect you? I said, Mama, hold my cup of tea. She held it. Then I told the next lady who was going to do namaskar to me, I said, Mama, stop. She stopped. I said, she is my mother. I touch her feet. Now listen, if you do namaskar to me, you will get 1 kilogram of merit. But if you do namaskar to my mother, you will get 1 quintal of merit. Now decide. The whole line was diverted towards her. I took the cup of tea and went away. Now she was nailed. Now she can't go anywhere. One after another, one after another. Became so disgusted. When we have to go, then I was avoiding, running away from her. I know what is coming. She said, Swamiji, you are nasty. Why did you do like that? I said, Mama, you asked me, when people do namaskar, how do you feel? How did you feel? See, friends, when we salute somebody, that person is not benefited. We are benefited. And whom we can salute? To someone whom we accept blindly as someone superior and higher than us. Do you salute a dog? No. You can love him. See. Therefore, the Shraddha, what Baba says, is the first step on the spiritual path. With the Shraddha you study scriptures, your meaning will be clear. In Kathopanishad, one mantra comes. There the story begins like this. There was one great Dharmatma giving lot of charity, etc. One day he decided to give up everything. So big yajna was organized and things were giving in charity. Those days cows. And his son Nachiketa, he was standing near him with a lungi and chandan on his face, head, and angavastram, small one with a yajñopavitam, standing. And he was watching what his father is doing. His father was really smart. What he did, he divided his property, that is cows, in 3 lots. The best one he kept for his son. The second best he kept for his wife. And the dilapidated, ready to die cattle he kept in his name. And then he said, I want to give up all my belongings. So I can't give my mother's wife's belonging, I can't give my son's belonging, I can give my belongings. So all the dilapidated cows were given to the Brahmins in charity. When this kind of cheating was seen by that Nachiketa, the mantra goes, Ushan Havai Vajashravasah Sarva Vedasam Dadau Tasyaha Nachiketa Nama Putras Tagamha Kumaragam Santam Dakshinasu Niyamanasu Shraddha Avivesha Saha Amanyata. So when he saw this kind of cheating going on by his father, he did not shout at father and he didn't tell that you are right, you are wrong. First what happened to him? Shraddha Avivesha. He was overpowered by Shraddha. What is Shraddha? Shraddha is an attitude by which we are able to grow in a given situation. It's a positive thinking. It is not a negative approach to life. Shraddha Avivesha. Like when we come to Baba's temple and do namaskar to him. Now, we do not know whether he is taking care of us or not. See, friends, it's only out of Shraddha. And it is said, the mountains can be moved by the faith. But the faith should be stronger than the mountain. Our faith is like a feather of a bird. Somebody says something, our faith goes away. No. Therefore, with this attitude, Shraddha, we start leading our life. This is one of the simplest methods by which you can bypass the law of karma. Law of karma is applicable only for those who have the arrogance, I am doing this thing, I am doing this thing. See, those who are karmakandis, those who think I can do this, I can do that, because of their I, they are subjected to the law of karma. But a devotee with faith, he doesn't have the I. And therefore, on him, the law of karma is not applicable. Take an example. This also I learned from one police. For me, everybody is my guru. You are all my guru. From everybody I learn. So, in Delhi it happened. My friend, she was driving me and we were getting late. So I told her, I said, Mama, don't forget you are in India and that too in Delhi. Therefore, don't worry about the red light. Come on, go. So we crossed and the police was waiting there. He stopped. He said, Swamiji, now what? I said, don't worry, I'll pay. Because of me you were driving. So I told the police, Mahatma ji, tell me how much I had to pay because I told Amma to drive fast. She is not at fault. He gave me the highest wisdom of my life. He told me, hey Mahatma ji, do you know traffic rules are applicable on the driver, not on the passenger. Isn't it the highest wisdom? Law of karma is applied on those who have the arrogance, I do this, I do that, then suffer. With Shraddha, with faith, you surrender at the feet of the Lord. Yad yad karma karomi tattad akhilam shambho tavaradhana. The doership from you is deleted. Therefore, a devotee is not subjected to law of karma. See friends, those who are engaged in karma and yoga, they develop strong eye. You see, the karmakandis are very angry. You see, any successful man working very hard, very dynamic, he cannot tolerate anything else because eye is very strong. Yogis, they also have got very strong ego. There are two words. One is karma bhrashta, second is yoga bhrashta. Shuchi nam srimatam gehe yoga bhrashto vijayate. One can fall on the path of karma. One can fall on the path of yoga. There is no place in the scriptures where it is never said bhakti bhrashta. Because devotee has already surrendered himself at the feet of the Lord. In this manner, when we come to the temple, we must come with complete faith. Don't have this much of doubt. And that faith is, how do we know we have faith? We have no questions. See, like when the mother gives food to the child doesn't ask a question, Mommy, is it clean? Is it properly cooked or not? No, he has no question. When we come to the Lord, this questioning Tom must keep quiet. Surrender yourself completely. Now for this, there are many techniques given. One of the techniques is chanting the Lord's name. Now be attentive, this is very important topic. We all have one common problem, and the problem is our mind is not at our disposal. We suffer maximum, never because of anybody in this world. We suffer exclusively because of our own mind. The reason is we cannot mind our mind. The mind takes us for a ride. And particularly for those who have got lot of time at their disposal. Kids are never bored. Have you seen any small child gone into depression? No, because he is busy. We oldies, we have to live 24/7. Now what to do? It is this time, this upasana will help you. Simply study of scriptures is not enough. Like simply reading the menu is not enough. You have to order and eat. Then only the hunger can be satiated. Therefore, those who have not done upasana in their life, only studied, without any preparation to study, to them what happens? I'll tell you one example. This happened in India. There was one lady, she is no more now, extremely extraordinary person. She lost her husband when she was pretty young, maybe about 20 or so, and they had a big institution. And she was not literate in that engineering field. But when that whole responsibility came on her, she did her graduation, post-graduation after having 2 children, and she wrote books on engineering. They were accepted as the textbook for engineering colleges. Such a genius, and ran that big institution single-handedly. And she was teaching Gita, Upanishad to anybody, conducting big classes, so well read, well established. One day, her daughter told me, Swamiji, I don't know what happened to mommy. She has just gone in depression. She has lost her confidence. For us, she is everything. If she has gone like this, what will we do? She was not able to even cross the road. She was feeling shaky. Will somebody come and hit me? Will I cross? Swamiji, what should we do? Should we take her to a psychiatrist? If you want to feed his pocket, you go. If you want to relieve your mother from this problem, don't take it to a psychiatrist. Psychiatrists never cure a patient, they maintain a patient. Because otherwise they will become psychic. So, what is to be done? I said, you call me for dinner. After dinner, I will talk. So, I went to their house for dinner. Then I said, everybody out. And when I was going, somebody gave me Baba's Pothi in Marathi in my hand. Book was with me. So when I went there, I said, Mama, sit down, let's talk. And she was sitting, like any depressed person. I said, Mama, tell me, you have studied so much, you are conducting classes on Gita, on Upanishad, you have been doing it for years together. Now answer my question, sincerely. Have you discovered fulfillment in your life? What all you have been doing? You have been a great model for your children. Everybody looks up to you. You are teaching the students. You are so respected in the society. Have you discovered fulfillment in your life? When I said this thing, she started crying. Swamiji, why did you ask this thing? I said, no argument. You simply tell yes or no. He said, I will not tell you lies, but I have got a big vacuum in me. I don't feel so many things I have done, but I don't feel fulfillment in life. I don't know what is happening to me. I said, now when I talk to somebody, I have got 2 conditions. Number 1, no discussion. Number 2, no argument. Are you ready to listen to me? He said, yes. I said, after I talk, no further discussion. We'll take a cup of tea. This topic will end after I talk. He said, okay. I gave that book to her, Sai Satcharitra. I said, every day read 1 chapter. There are 53 chapters, continue. And after 53rd chapter is over, again come back to 1. And like this continue, and tell me whenever you want to tell me something. She completed about 30-40 chapters, and then she called me, Swamiji, I want to talk to you. I said, you are not completed the whole thing, you complete? No, but I said, no, complete full, not halfway. She completed that. And then she came out so fresh, cheerful, happy. She says, Swamiji, what happened? I said, you are carrying the burden of knowledge. You have not discovered the joy of love. Friends, when knowledge becomes mature in the head, it percolates to the heart. And when the heart is full of love, it comes out of the channels of hands in the form of seva. When you are doing all that thing, you are working through your head. Don't work with your head. Work with your heart. Whole life will change. See, friends. And how much time it will take? Saburi. Have patience. Don't expect the things to happen overnight. It is not a TV show. Like, in the TV show, they show that you take Chawanprash, 1 teaspoon every day. After 1 month, you will have strong biceps. So, on the TV, they will not show for whole month. They will show for 5 seconds. And they, it is so quickly. You also eat and you say, nothing happened. Have patience. So, we start our spiritual life with Shraddha and we maintain our spirituality with patience. Those who do not have patience, they turn into patients. And then they start condemning. I have done so much of Bhagwan, nothing happened to me. See, friends, therefore, one of the most important aspects of our life should be every day we have to fix some time. In that time, we belong to nobody in this world. You find out any time, except your office time and your time for your relations. Many of us do all the spiritual practice in office time. No. Office time, do your work. See? So, find out time for yourself, and that time you belong to nobody. You are neither mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife. You sit before the Lord or chair, wherever it is, and read one chapter with sincere faith, with everything, without any doubt. How can this happen? See? Yesterday we were somewhere for satsang, and one person asked me, Swamiji, I have got a question. I said, okay, fire. Some Krishna's episodes were going on TV for the children. So the question was, Swamiji, do you think it is really true, or it is just some imagination and all that? So I asked him, you are a human being, is it true or imagination? It is true. As till such time you think yourself to be the body, everything in this world is real. See, friends, the moment you will take this funny thing, that no, Mahabharata, Ramayana and all these are imaginary things, we will never be benefited. It is not imaginary. It is only through Shraddha alone the truth is revealed. To tell you a bold statement, we all accept our mother, that she is my mother, only through blind faith. Do we know where from we are dropped in this world? And then that mother, to whom we accept blindly as our mother, she tells, this person is your dad. What more blindness than this? But when it comes to God, we start talking loudly. I don't believe in blind faith. Friends, faith is always blind. I can say, I have faith in you, because I don't know you. But will I say, I have faith in me? No, I know myself. I don't have to have faith. Where there is knowledge, faith is not required. Where there is no knowledge, faith alone can take us ahead. Therefore, these two simple words, Shradha and Saburi, these are the two wings for every seeker. Never give up. With Shraddha, start your study of scriptures. With Shraddha, go to temples. And in this manner, slowly, Shraddha purifies our mind. Unknowingly tells us, seek within. When we stand before Baba, we come say, oh, very nice, and we do namaskar. In that namaskar process, find out what we do. We close our hands, we close our eyes. You have come to see him and you close your eyes because we know he is inside, not outside. See, friends, there was one of his devotees all the time hanging around. So he was told, you go to that Brahmagiri mountain near Trambakeshwar and do sadhana there. Go from here. He said, no, I don't want to leave you and go. I want to be here with you. So he was scolded and finally he went. After he stayed there for a few days, then Baba appeared before him in physical form and said that continue your sadhana. So he says, how come you are here, you are in Shirdi? He said, this is what you have to know. Don't limit me in time, space and object. That which is limited by time, space and object is matter. See his presence everywhere, including in your own heart. You know what happens? Rather, what should happen? You must have seen in a school, small kids in a classroom, when the teacher is not there, what is the condition of that classroom? Like a poultry farm. Caw, 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 caw. Somebody pulling somebody's thing and shouting and faking, all kinds of. Then one of them simply makes, hey, Miss is coming. Everybody is gone. All naughty things gone. Because now they have become aware that the teacher has come. Be attentive. If we remain aware, I am giving you a very simple technique. Try, friends. If you remain aware, Baba is sitting in your heart. And therefore, before we do anything, that action is known by him. Before we talk anything, it is heard by him. Before we think anything, it is known to him. If you remain aware of his presence in your own heart, there won't be a wrong action. There won't be a slip of tongue with a bad word. There won't be an evil thought in our mind. Simply, we have to remain aware that he is in our heart. You cannot run away from him. The net result will be, we will be always having self-confidence. Devotion, if it leads to self-confidence, then it is real devotion. Devotion leading to self-confidence is called as self-surrender. And this is simplest method. Remain aware of his presence. Now see, when we come to the temple, without anybody telling us 10 times, we become naturally quiet. Now make your heart as the temple of his existence. Nothing in this world will ever disturb you. And if we remain undisturbed under all conditions, then there cannot be any experience except bliss. This we have to practice, and it will take its own time. Therefore have patience. Don't ask question, how many times I have to chant? No. And then slowly the change will start coming in us. Therefore, when we chant the Lord's name, what happens? It is something like this. When some foreign body goes in our system, some virus or bacteria or something, or poison or whatever, it goes, it is a foreign body, so it starts troubling us. Then what we do, we put another foreign body called as medicine. Then this medicine goes and destroys those earlier things and also gets out of the system. System is left clean. In the same manner, be very attentive, worldly thoughts are foreign bodies. These foreign bodies are removed by chanting Lord's name incessantly. So, worldly thoughts are deleted by the name of the Lord. And when those thoughts are completely deleted, after that, be very attentive, after that, Lord's name also will stop. The purpose is done. Thereafter, you will merge in the silence. Then you will come to know that it is not only the sounds we hear, but also the silence also is heard. The one which is present in both sound as well as the silence is beyond the sound and the silence. That is the manifestation of Baba in our heart. Particularly if you are retired, if you are old, don't spend a single moment without chanting the Lord's name. For that there are few techniques. I'll tell you whatever I have done. You must have seen there are many people, they keep, that Gomukhi, that bag in which the mala is kept. ISKCON people do that. Vaishnavas do that. I did it for 3 years. And the net result is, any time my hand touches the mala, immediately the mind starts chanting. Whatever may be the disturbed mind, the moment the mala comes in the hand, immediately starts Sai Ram, 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 Sai Ram. And this, you may have to do it for a few years. After that, when the synchronization is established, synchronization in 3 levels. First, action, hand. Take the Lord's name and pull towards you. Whatever is your mantra, don't change. I am just giving you example. Hari Om, Hari Om. So pull that bead towards yourself with the middle finger. Hari Om. When you continuously do it for months or years, it becomes a reflex action in your body. So mala comes in hand, mind will start chanting. Then after this is done, then we come to the second stage of remembering the Lord, to surrender ultimately. And that is, with the breathing we start chanting the Lord's name. Now this is very important and very subtle, be attentive. Breathing we all do only in the present. We cannot breathe yesterday, we cannot breathe tomorrow. Excuse me, today I am busy, I will breathe tomorrow. No. We breathe now. Now during that breathing time, synchronize your breathing with the Lord's name. Breathe in Hari, breathe in out. Breathe in Ram, breathe in Ram. Breathe in Ram, breathe out Ram. Slowly, slowly, when you do it, initially do it for 5 minutes. I'll just say loudly, but you have to do it in the mind. Breathe in, Hari. Breathe out, Om. Hari, Om. Hari, Om. When you start doing it for months together, and this you can do when you are sleeping, go to bed and lying down on the bed starting Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram. Start. After some time, without your efforts, breathing will be associated by remembrance of the Lord. Now be attentive. Breathing is action, and chanting the Lord's name is knowledge. These two energies, powers, we have common. One is the power of action, second is the power of knowledge. When these two energies are synchronized and helping each other, it merges in the pure consciousness. So, Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram. With breathing you start doing it. And this is such an enchanting experience, friends, I tell you. Our chanting is like, taking the Ayurvedic medicine. Don't do that way. Better don't do it. Chant the Lord's name as you are eating chocolate. How comfortably we eat the chocolate? We put it in our mouth and don't suddenly gulp it with a glass of water. It is parked in a parking lot and slowly we take it out for half an hour, 1 hour. There is a joy in that. In the same way, in Ramanam, there is a joy. Raso vaisaha rasagam hevayam labdvanandi bhavati. Upanishad says there is a rasa taste in the Lord's name. In this manner, when you start doing various experiments on yourself, then you will be all the time in tune with the Lord and you will have patience. These two things are like the two wings of a healthy bird. Both the wings must be equally strong, then alone that bird can go high up in the sky. Shraddha must be supported with efforts, and with efforts have patience. Right time comes, right things happen. See, friends. And the result will be attentive, we start expanding. Expanding doesn't mean we'll become fat. We start expanding. One example I'll give you. There was one his devotee, Lakshmi Bai, and she came one day from the field just to do namaskar, take his blessing. And he said, get me food, I'm very hungry, terribly hungry, get me quickly. So poor lady ran, prepared chapati, no gas, no electricity, so only wood and all that. And after that, in a plate, she put the chapati or whatever was there, and sabji or something like that, and gave it to him without taking one bite. He handed over to a dog standing nearby. And the dog was enjoying, with the tail wagging, enjoying. This lady got angry. What is this? You told me you are very hungry and you make me run and do this. Dog is eating. That time he gives her Upadesh. See how important it is. He says the principle of hunger is common for everyone. See, friends, we are looking at I. Great masters don't look at I. They look at we. See? This explanation that hunger is not only to me, but every living being has a hunger. And he who is identified with the totality, he alone can experience that. It's not difficult, friends. You do it in your own houses. When your small child is not taking food, see how the mothers are there. 1 hour they will spend with their useless child and run after him. Beta, take one. No. Why? When the child is hungry, the mother has the pangs. But for a person of me looking for a distance, why you worry? Forget about it. Because he is not my child. That expansion of our individuality and merging in the totality is the spiritual growth. Living only for oneself is not life. Therefore, in the tradition, we are taught in the satsang the principles, and by such great masters and in their company, those principles are demonstrated in action. Both the things are necessary. If only we follow one part of it, then we become very obstinate, we become very possessive, we feel that there is no better devotee than me, I am the real devotee, others are all fake. And you will see among the devotees, then the fighting begins. See, friends, therefore let this devotion not become a burden on us. Let us surrender at His feet. And, O Lord, Thy will be done, not mine. And this attitude can come only by patience. See, friends, and remember one most important thing, in this world, everything happens as it is needed. Everything is needed in life. Joys are needed, sorrows are needed. We don't understand. We being Indians, every Indian is a born doctor. So when we go to the doctor, we tell the doctor, Doctor Sahab, ek injection laga do yaar. Let him decide. In the same manner, we come to the temple and tell the God what He should do for us. You simply surrender. He will do what is for our good. It is for this purpose, these institutions like Sai Baba's temple is the most strong anchor to which you can hold on to and cross this life cheerfully and happily. And our devotion should not be imposed on others. See, if I am a devotee of Krishna, Shiva I don't care, Krishna I like. No. Everybody has got their own choice. With this attitude, when we proceed on the spiritual path, guarantee is definitely there. Only thing, have patience and keep on going. So to summarize the whole thing, begin your day early in the morning, finish your morning ABCD, take Baba's Pothi, read one chapter, not same chapter every day different chapter, only one chapter. Put it down, sit quiet, do a little bit of pranayam, maybe 10 times. Thereafter, chant one mala or 5-10 minutes slowly. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. So you are slowly collecting yourself. And when you are sufficiently collected yourself, then drop everything and simply sit. And the moment you feel some thought is likely to come, then start playing meditation. The first step will be just play what it is like being other than the body. Now play this. So what is other than the body? The space. So what must be the experience of the space? In this manner, spend 5-10 minutes. Thereafter get up, start your day with an inspired mode. Live your day dynamically, cheerfully, happily, and come back, again spend some time, half an hour, 1 hour, and take a dinner. The whole scheme, if you follow, your both wings, Shradha and Saburi, will be well developed, and you will be absorbed in him. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.